So I'll be flying to Taiwan later this week to start the process of moving myself halfway across the world later this year, and I have a lot of tech stuff to take with me, and would you believe it? A tech backpack is actually the perfect tool for the job. Once I get all of my clothes packed into a suitcase, and all of the tech things that I'm not allowed to use as a carry-on loaded into a giant Pelican case, I use this guy as the backpack that I put everything else in to carry onto the plane. And no, this is not sponsored, this is actually the backpack my parents got me for my birthday because they know that I carry around a ton of tech stuff. So starting out up front, it has this mesh, which I usually put a battery bank in. I put my MagSafe Duo up here, which Apple doesn't make anymore, bring it back. You got cables, and instead of an LTT screwdriver, because I don't have one, I put GoPro batteries in here. There's this spot up top here that's meant for sunglasses, but what I actually use it for when I travel is an iPod. The main storage section is just a massive chasm that I use to store so many things, like MetaQuest 3S, AirPod Maxes, DJI Mic Minis, DJI Mic 2s. And before you say, oh, sick editing trick, watch this. Everything's just in there. Mic, other mic, Quest 3S, the AirPods are down there, and there's still so much space here to put stuff. And actually, I totally forgot about this little guy back here. That big spot also has a spot for an AirTag, and it has a spot for a water bottle. Granted, an external water bottle spot would have been appreciated. There's also a spot on this side which they intend for a slim battery bank so you can feed a cable through. I don't really use it for that. I just use it to store extra cables as well as headphones, just general use stuff. But then there is the best part of this whole backpack, which is the laptop sleeve, or laptop sleeves, plural. Watch this. I'm gonna go ahead and fit the iPad mini down here in slot 1. I'm gonna go ahead and fit the iPad Pro up here in the second slot. And then right up top here by the LTT logo, we're gonna go ahead and slot in a MacBook Pro. But there's more. ROG Ally, just kind of right down there. Perfect. And then because I like to use GAN chargers because they're more compact, you can fit those right in here and just cram the cables on in there with them. But if you do like using Apple's MagSafe chargers, you can fit that big boy right in there and then just go ahead and cram the MagSafe cables in there as well. Now, aside from the fact that once you have all that loaded in, you're carrying around probably about 25 to 30, maybe a few more pounds, very expensive pounds, by the way, you are also going to have this backpack sticking out quite a ways from your back, so you gotta be aware of where you're going when you turn. That being said, though, the way they designed this breathable padding around the back and the fact that it has this really nice padding around the shoulders that doesn't compact super easily, but is also very breathable, that is just such a nice touch and makes it feel way more manageable. Overall, though, I have to say the LTT Backpack is probably the best tech backpack that I've ever used, because before that, I was just using a tack backpack, and, well, those are not super ergonomic. Also, I just realized I didn't give you all an accurate weight because I forgot to count the microphone. But either way, it's a good backpack.